I think it's the closest fan base we've had to real sports where, they really love the players in the organization, but if you're sucking, they're going to let you know. So it's a double-edged sword. It's give and take. But if you can ignore the hate and ignore like the bad comments and just kind of like look at it from a place of love or a place of they want you to get better or the team to get better, then I mean, it's all good in the end, to be honest. Like I love the fans and I love the haters as well. You got to have them. So I'm just grateful to be on Sentinels and have the fan base we do.
Hi everyone, welcome to 1v1. I'm joined today by Zellsis following Sentinels' victory over Crew. So Zellsis, how are you feeling about that win?
Really good. It was a lot for my heart, to be honest. I think it was 13-11, 13-10. So it was a lot closer than we expected. But they played really well. And no matches are easy these days. So pretty good.
Yeah, so you guys are on a little bit of a roll here to start stage 2 with 2 wins in a row. How close would you say that you guys are to your form back in Kickoff?
I think we're close. I don't think we're there yet. I think we still need a lot of work to do. But we had a really good break between losing playoffs last split to now. So we have a lot of new stuff we're trying and hopefully ready for the next matches. And we're just going to keep grinding and trying to get to the level we're at, hopefully.
For sure. So I want to ask you a little bit about that break because I know that you guys were kind of suffering from burnout at the end of stage 1. So like, how important was that break for you guys as far as like your mental and just getting ready for like stage 2?
I think it was really important. I hate using the word burnout. I do think we were like a little bit tired. I just think we kind of turned gears in the sense of like we lost focus of what we did to get good, like having fun, making jokes, kind of like taking rest days and hanging out as a team rather than just like kind of bashing our head against the wall in scrims. A lot of teams, they just scrim server time, and we kind of did that instead of maybe we should have taken an extra day off in split 1 and maybe results could have been different, maybe our moods would have been different, etc. So we're still learning as a team, but it's looking up.
Yeah, it certainly seems like you guys are having a lot of fun again, and I know you guys had a lot of fun during the break. You went to Cancun, so I wanted to ask you what were some of the highlights of that trip.
The funniest highlight was me going around the resort with like my Sen Bundle flag and like all the people asking me what it is and like looking at me just dance around the music and stuff like that. I think that was definitely my favorite part of fun. And then we did like the spa thing there, and it was honestly unreal. There was like a little like circle waterfall thing that we like laid in with like bubbles and everything. It was like nice. It was unreal. Yeah. So
yeah, sounds relaxing.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. Yeah.
So I know that you're like a big vibes guy. I was wondering, like, when you were younger and kind of coming up as a CS player, like, was there ever like a vibes guy like that, like a veteran on one of your teams that you remember that really inspired you?
We didn't have like an energy guy, like not the same to like me, but we had like good energy people, like just good like emotionally people, like people that didn't really get angry or whatever. I was kind of the toxic kid, to be honest, coming up. So yeah, but I don't really know where I came with like kind of just like this, like I honestly don't know where I came with like the attitude I have and like the energy. It's kind of just like I've just kind of been working towards it as I've gotten older, or like the more I play, the more I learn, the more I develop in like my real life as well, like going to the gym, eating healthier, taking care of my body, my mind, everything like that. I think it's just kind of come together. But yeah, I wouldn't really say I had like a specific vibe merchant like one-to-one, but yeah, I was grateful to have like a lot of good teammates, I guess, like that were like good people, good players, like everything like that. Yeah,
for sure. I want to ask you a little bit about just playing for Sentinels this year. Like, I know that the fans are like very passionate, and it can be a really good thing when you guys are winning, and not so much when you guys are losing. So just kind of what's it been like playing for Sentinels this year and just kind of experiencing the fandom?
Well, I played with them in LCQ, so I kind of understand the fan base a little bit there. I do think it's the closest sports fan base. I can't really speak for EMEA or Pacific, but for Americas at least, I think it's the closest fan base we've had to real sports where, they really love the players in the organization, but if you're sucking, they're going to let you know. So it's a double-edged sword. It's give and take. But if you can ignore the hate and ignore like the bad comments and just kind of like look at it from a place of love or a place of they want you to get better or the team to get better, then I mean, it's all good in the end, to be honest. Like I I love the fans and I love the haters as well. You got to have them. So I'm just grateful to be on Sentinels and have the fan base we do.
Definitely. So just last couple questions here. Looking forward to the rest of the season. I know you guys play Cloud9 in a couple days. This interview is going to come out after that. So just kind of looking forward to the end of the season here. How are you feeling about your chances for making playoffs? And maybe who are some of the other teams that you feel are looking really strong this stage?
Yeah, I think our chances of making playoffs are really high. We're not really kind of in the mode of like, oh, we need X amount of points to qualify for champs. Like we want to win the whole split. So that's where we're at as a team. I think for playing against other teams, I think the whole region is competitive. Honestly, like you saw Fury upset 100 Thieves last week. You're seeing MIBR play really well against Lev. Like I think our region right now is really competitive. There's a lot of agents being thrown around. You know, we're seeing Jaw on the ISO Neon. We're seeing other people play Deadlock, etc. So I think the region's very competitive. I don't have like a set team that I would like to play yet. I do think C9 and G2 will be really difficult opponents. G2 is obviously going to have a little bit of like not time off, I guess, but I think we play them as like our last match. And then obviously, like you said, C9 we play in a couple days. I think C9 looked really good. Their attack sides obviously looked a little lackluster, but I think that's just because like an off day, like I think they'll play better on their attack sides than a normal day. So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a little bit about G2 because, like you said, you guys do end the season with them. I think that they maybe surprised some people with how they performed in Shanghai, but I know that I saw that you did an interview with Rav and you actually kind of expected them to do well. So what do you think makes them so good, and how do you feel that you guys match up against them?
I just think they're really hungry players. Like I think their first split or kickoff, I guess, was kind of lackluster for them. Like I know those guys work really hard and they care a lot. And I think them making the change of net. I really like Net. I think he's a good player, but I think them making a change in net, kind of like bunking down on their team and just like really grinding, really like put them into a new gear. I also think Leaf is really good. I think he's a fantastic player. He does a lot for his team in game and out. Valen's a good leader in my opinion. They have good Trent and Jonah are good, like I was gonna say role players, but they're not really. They're like role agent players, if that makes sense. And I think they're really solid at their role doing that. Obviously, Josh is the things I've heard from him, he's a really strong head coach, which is kind of good when you have young kids that you need to kind of learn and teach and play with and everything like that. So I just think they're like really hungry as a team. And then how we match up, I mean, we're just coming every match like it's 0-0 and having fun and doing our thing.
Yeah, definitely. So that's all the questions I have for you. Anything else you'd like to add? Anything else you'd like to say to the fans?
Buy the Sun Bundle, and thank you guys for the support. I love you all. Mwah.
All right. Thank you so much for the interview, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.